is a Cosmic Octave original podcast.
Me and Jake running down the street with a handful of comic books, kicking ass and banging chicks and drinking booze
No, not
and
me.
smoking
Not
weed.
me. I'm married.
Yeah, well,
I'm married.
Jake.
Can't do that.
Yeah. Off panel, off topic with Jake and Tyler.
Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back. Where were we?
Well, I'm saying welcome back after last week.
Oh.
I said almost every episode.
Where were you, people?
Man, the first
What do you
recording,
mean,
we just
you
nailed
people?
this intro. Now we're really just...
I'm
Jake.
Tyler, that's Jake.
No!
I'm Tyler.
Start over. Boop.
Welcome to Off.
All right, episode 124 of Off Panel Off Topic. I'm Jake. He's
I'm Tyler. I can't
You
believe...
gotta wait for me, man.
Oh.
Son of a...
You do it.
Episode 124 of Off Panel Off Topic. I'm Jake. That's Tyler.
Penis. Oh, God. I couldn't help myself. I had to say something dirty.
You're supposed to say...
I'm Tyler. Welcome to Off Panel Off Topic. I don't fucking know what I'm doing.
Episode 124. We still do not have a proper intro. It's kind of incredible at this point.
Yes!
Also, if you're taking an over-under bet on when Jake will use the soundboard, 140. 140 is
Nice.
when I hit my first one.
Yeah, nice.
You want to go to the movie theater? I heard that there's a new movie. It's called Next Goal Wins. It's directed by...
Tiki Watiti.
No shit.
It does look good, though.
Here's what I'll say.
We got a lot to talk about tonight.
Yeah, but we'll burn through this real quick. Like a J. Sorry. So I really I'm gonna watch The Killer this week, which is another movie starring
Netflix.
Michael Fassbender.
He's
And
a hitman.
I'm excited about it. But before the Marvels, didn't they have like a little vignette about the movie?
I thought it was a vignette.
It was a little a kind of
BTS? A little behind the scenes
little
action?
bit. Wasn't that before the movie? The Marvels?
There was like a little... I don't remember.
It was like a preview with interviews with Taika Waititi. God damn that sounder.
Tiki Watiti.
You screwed me up. What's his name again? Guardian of the Buttholes? What is this?
The quartering?
The Quartering?
The
What is that even-
guardian of the butthole?
The Guardian of the Quarters?
Where did you get the guardian of the butthole?
So what, do you have like a really big piggy bank or something? I'm the Guardian of the
I
Quarters.
don't know. He's for quartering
I'm a
people, I
quarter.
guess, in
I like quarters.
public square.
You like football a lot, huh?
Can we get on track?
So...
Don't make me use Arnold.
Oh, you should. Just cause. Because you're there.
Get your ass to Moss.
I am not as big of a fan of Taika. Now I don't remember how to say his name.
It's Taika Waititi.
Taika Waititi. Fucker. That goddamn sounder fucked me.
We warped our minds.
Warped our titty.
I think it's Ticky Tack Waititi.
Ticky Tack, what's his name? No, but I'm not as big of a fan. I never saw Jojo Rabbit, which I'm disappointed. I should see that. But I was not. I was a fan of Ragnarok, but I am the farther away I am from it.
Oh my God, we get it. You hate Love and Thunder.
I just am not a fan of it. So I honestly don't think he's. I do love Our Flag Means Death. I do think he's a great creator of
Jojo
stuff.
Rabbit's great too.
And generally, if he's creating something, I'm gonna check it out probably. But it's also a fucking movie about fucking soccer. Leave me the fuck out, dude.
Yeah.
Sorry. I don't give a shit about
I was gonna
soccer.
do a sounder, but I don't know.
What was it? Sloppy?
No. I don't even
Mr.
have it.
Falcon.
Mr. Falcon.
Do you have that?
Yippee-ki-yay, Mr. Falcon.
Yeah, that's what
Mr.
I think of
Falcon.
that. Taika Waititi. Okay, I got it right. Don't do it again. Okay. I thought you were gonna do the sounder again. I'm like,
That
you're
was
gonna
me.
warp
That
it
was
again.
me being proud of you.
Thanks, man.
yeah, we got a lot to talk about. This turned out, it's funny because we saw each other on Sunday, and we said, I think the show's going to be kind of light this week. And then a fuck ton of news came out in the last few days because I think everybody's in a rush to get things out before Thanksgiving. And there's a couple of things I wanted to talk about. And
I think Oppenheimer's coming out on home video this week too, which is awesome. Because I really want to see that.
Also, physical media. We're doing a new segment on physical media, which is funny you bring up Christopher Nolan because he was like, "You need to buy this movie." He's very pro physical media because, and I think a lot of creators are going to start being like that now. I think a lot of directors and writers are going to be like, "No, buy this as a physical version because I don't know when the fuck this is going to get taken off HBO Max."
When he jumped ship. From the previous studio he was working with
Warner Brothers
to the one he's working with now
because of Tenet.
Yeah, when he jumped ship, he said, and it was right around it was over the coronavirus, straight to streaming stuff.
Yeah,
and he said, "Hey, if I'm going to come over here, this is what I need. I need 11. I think he said 11 weeks of theater run, exclusive theater run, and then there's something like a 5-week period before something. Like he wanted to make sure that it was in the theaters for at least like 2 months or something. And the thought was
I'm sure he probably thought they were
around now
delay
is when Oppenheimer was slated or thought to come out because of the timeline that he set for every one of his movies. So he demands a theatrical release, which he should, and then a certain amount of time before he releases it on home movie or home video.
But anyway, that I keep going.
I'm excited to see that. I want to see it.
This first topic is kind of hard to talk about. I will preface that. Because I just think it shows a hypocrisy.
Mm.
I think it shows that you're playing into the hands of conspiracy theorists, and it's not a good look at all. So what we're referring to is kind of, I've seen some people throwing this around on Twitter, saying that this is like new age McCarthyism.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's kind of hard to argue against it, in my opinion. So what we're referring to...
Before we get into that, can we kind of explain a little bit?
Well, yeah, you and
or
I...
do you want to do it and then we'll explain it?
This has to do with Israel... am I saying that right? Is it Israel or Israel?
Israel and Palestine.
And Hamas and all that stuff. We've never talked about it on the show because I don't want to talk about it because I'm just not educated in everything that's going on there. But the things that I have learned and seen that's happened since what's happened between these two, I will just say I think it's an awful, horrible situation. And I think that showing your opinion of it, I'm sorry, but it's hard to look at what's happening there and not feel like what's happening to Palestine isn't right. And
it's been happening for decades, man.
I'm not trying
the
to
other
be
thing.
and
almost 100 years.
I just don't see how, based on what I'm looking at, and this is me just looking at it from the things that I've studied and the things that I've learned. And again, I'm not, as I've said, I'm not very knowledgeable on it.
Mm-hmm.
But I've done enough research and understood enough of it to know that it's kind of hard to not see it as a genocide or see it as an ethnic cleansing where one side has an iron dome of missiles, controls water and gas, and tells you here's an escape, not an escape route, I guess, but there was a route designed for you to leave.
That they immediately bombed.
Then you bomb it. It's kind of hard for me not to see that as a problem.
Well, yeah, and here's
and
the
not
other
say,
thing
hey, this seems like you are attacking a certain group of people.
Well, here's the other piece is
and Hamas is real. I'm not saying it isn't.
Throughout this period, ever since Israel came into existence in the 50s, there's been a lack of empathy and also coverage of the Palestinian plight. And when I was growing up in the 80s, there was a guy named Yasser Arafat, and he was a member, or he was the leader of this thing called the PLO, which is a Palestinian Liberation Organization. And he was considered by many a terrorist, including the United States. Here's what you guys need to understand, and this is very simple. Most of the right-wing conservative politicians who are out there, being super, pro-Israel, and you're like, that's weird, because they're usually, really bigoted against everything not Christian. You start to realize, wait a second, in the Bible, during Revelations, the very final book of the Bible, when the end of the world happens, for Jesus to return, Israel has to be a thing that he wipes off the map. One of the first things he does when he comes back, or the devil does it, I don't fucking know, but somebody does. So then you're like, well, wait a second. You're not really pro-Israel, are you, at all? You're pro-end of the fucking world. That's fucked up, dude. That's fucked up. Anyway, you have one group of people who has rocks and sticks.
Yes.
And you have the other one who has tanks and missiles and fucking machine guns and body armor. And all I gotta say,
we're
dude,
getting too in the weeds.
I'm just saying that is why I feel the way I do, because when you break it down like that and you realize that Israel was created out of the Holocaust, and you look at what Israel's doing to the Palestinians, and you realize that's what was trying to be done to you guys. And that's what makes me angry about Israeli foreign policy. I wish nothing but the best for all citizens of both countries. Because the politicians who aren't fighting the wars are the ones who are ordering these deaths. So fuck Netanyahu, okay? And fuck Hamas. Hamas?
Yes, Hamas.
Stop bombing the fucking regular people.
Sorry,
that's it.
It's complicated. It's exhausting
That's
to
where I'm
talk
at.
about, and I thought it was important to get that in front and kind of tell you where we're at. We both have talked about this, and I said it earlier, off the air, was like, I think we can live in a world where I say I don't agree with what Israel is doing.
Yes.
I think what they are doing, and you can call it it's hard not to call it a genocide. And it's hard not to look at it as a genocide. It really is. And, yeah, like what you're saying.
You have people on Twitter referring to Palestinians as rats.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Which is what...
But my point is this. It's all fucked up.
Yes.
And
fair.
Like you said, it's this bullshit where when you break it down, it's insane that humans fight over things like land. And do this to each other over things like land.
Well, it's dudes in buildings who aren't even fighting. They're not being bombed. They're not dropping the bombs. But they're making the decisions.
All around.
Fuck that shit. Yeah.
And all together.
Yes.
You and I are, we don't want people to die, and we want it to stop.
Right?
Of course we want a fucking ceasefire. We want this to end. But that being said, that preamble, what we're here to talk about is Melissa Barrera, I believe. What we mean by this McCarthyism, she was the biggest story as we were recording here on Tuesday, November 21st. She was fired from Scream VII for pro-Palestine posts.
Isn't she the one from Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
I don't think so. But she's most known for Scream 5 and 6, and she.
Well, I wouldn't fucking know her.
I have not watched.
I've never seen a Scream movie. Why the fuck would I care about Scream? Not her. Scream.
I know.
No, seriously. Hey, we're. Can you believe there's a new Scream movie? Fucking be still, my fucking beating heart, dude.
Hold on.
Is how I felt when that happened.
So I mean, she made a myriad of posts, and by the way, what you said about Scream, I agree. Scream 7. No, I like Scream 5. Scream 6, it was okay. People love it. I was like, I don't know. But my excitement is gone.
Point of order.
What?
Scream, the first one, was so groundbreaking and everything because
don't
it was
need to go on a
from
Scream
no,
tangent.
no. Point of order. Clive, what's his name? Clive Barker, who's the what?
It's Wes Craven.
Wes Craven, who's like, the god of like all horror movies and everything, rightly so, decided to take the horror genre and turn it on its head. Am I wrong? Isn't that what
Am I wrong?
No, is
Yeah.
that not the big draw of Scream? The first one was like, oh wow, I've never seen it, so I don't care.
Yeah.
But isn't that the thing? Now there's 7 of them. Guess what, dudes? You fucking became what you're. I mean,
So
how
anyway,
stupid. Sorry,
they
I
claim
hate Scream.
is it Spyglass, I think. Spyglass, yeah. They said that they say that, quote, we have zero tolerance for anti-Semitism or the incitement of hate in any form, including false references to genocide, ethnic cleansing, Holocaust distortion, or anything that flagrantly crosses the line into hate speech. I've seen the posts, what could be the posts, and what some might consider be posts. Here's one of them. There was an Instagram story. I, too, come from a colonized country. And it has a flag. I don't know if she's I'm trying to see the flag here. I think that's the Mexican flag. I'm not sure if she's Mexican. I don't want to assume anything. But that's what it looks like. Palestine will, all caps, be free. They tried to bury us. They didn't know we were seeds. So that's one of her posts. Here's another one.
That's not offensive to me.
Here's another one. I've been actively looking for videos and information about the Palestinian side for the last 2 weeks or so, following accounts, etc. Why? Because Western media only shows the other side. And why do they do that? I will let you deduce for yourself. Usually the algorithm on social media gets the gist. Well, my Discover page on Instagram will only show me videos showing and talking about the Israeli side.
Well, fucking supporting
Censorship,
Israel is
almost
big
done.
business.
Almost done. Censorship is very real. Palestinians know this. They know the world has been trying to make them invisible for decades. Keep sharing. Again, I don't think that borders into hate speech.
No.
At all.
Unless your company has a vested interest in fucking supporting Israel, which a lot of companies do in America. I'll let you guess why based on what I told you at the beginning of this segment. Seriously.
Also, to add to this, the problem of this, the director of Scream VII, Christopher Landon, talked about Melissa being fired, and he said, "This is not my statement. Everything sucks. Stop yelling. This was not my decision to make." So once again, showing that it's coming from a studio instead of the director himself. And again, going through these posts, it's just none of them to me. All she was saying was that she feels that there's a genocide going on. And again, sticks and rocks versus missiles and tanks. And one side can shut off your power and gas whenever the fuck they
how
want
is that
to.
fucking fair at all?
Yes.
Like even close to anything being, and how the fuck you could support that?
And what? And by the way, I just want to just point this out. What point do you want to send Hollywood where you have this studio? And now, not all studios are the same, but they usually tend to be. Spyglass, what message do you send by doing this to Melissa, who, again, are not bad posts at all? She's not, like, saying anything anti-Semitic. On the posts that I've seen.
Right.
And I'm sure that, I'm sure there's some, I don't know how you look at those posts in particular, or what I'd love to know what posts they're talking about.
Right.
And and then you let something like Noah Shep, is it Shep or Schnepp? I want to make sure I get that right. He's on Stranger Things, and he's seen in a video with stickers that says Zionism is sexy. He's still got a fucking job at Netflix with Stranger Things.
Yeah, because he's pro-Israel.
And you know what else this does? This is going to help the fucking anti-Semitic conspiracy theorists that are going to fucking say, look, see, Jews control all the money. Look what they're doing.
They don't.
This is what I'm. This whole thing is so.
But you're
fucked.
right. Yeah.
And if you're gonna play that game, how are you gonna seriously? And I know again, Netflix and Spyglass are two different companies. They operate separately.
But
they don't. You're gonna tell me they don't talk to each other?
They're
And these
both
companies,
corporations.
yeah. There's aren't agreements between these companies and chats because guess what? They license shows on Netflix.
I mean, it's very clear that they're
and put their movies on Netflix.
It's very clear that it's one-sided. Okay, last night I saw a commercial during the Sunday night football game. I think it was last night. And it was a commercial, and it was like, hey, Jews account for like 2.4% of the U.S. population, but they're victims of hate crimes at like a 55% or something, the highest rate. Okay. And it was talking about showing the blue square to support, to stop Jewish hate, which I'm all for that. I am absolutely for, I can't stand that when people are bigoted against Jews. It's just why? Where do you get it's been like throughout human history almost. They've always been just kind of shat on, and it's just like, what the fuck? I don't understand it, and it's not right. But being pro-Jewish people and, being safe and not fucked with is not the same, and it is separate from my distaste for Netanyahu and the fucking war hawks in the Israel fucking government.
And that's a problem. And that's a big problem, is people take the idea of being against
yes.
Netanyahu and against his government and against what he's doing as anti-Semitic.
Well, they
that's
conflate
bullshit.
the two.
Yes, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. It's ridiculous.
Well, also, it's big money. If the more people that are confused about this, the more money somebody's making that shouldn't be making any more money.
The point is...
You know what we really
one more
need...
thing.
Okay.
Well, Susan, this one's big because it's Susan Sarandon. She got dropped from her talent agency. I think it's UTA, due to her pro-Palestine
She's been
posts.
pro-Palestinian for years. Why now? Susan Sarandon is one of the, and Tim Robbins, her life partner. They're two of the smartest motherfuckers in Hollywood.
We're seeing more problems with this showing up, and. And then I think the crazy thing about this to me is like Melissa Barrera, what she said, and what Susan Sarandon said have been nowhere near as insane as what fucking Amy Schumer has said.
Oh yeah,
or what Sarah Silverman has said. You know what I mean? Like they still there was backlash to what they were doing and what they were saying. But they haven't had any projects they didn't get kicked out of projects because of the things they did.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, it's just a shitty situation because it's hurting people for needless reasons. They should not, like, this has been going on since what, World War II?
Yeah. Well,
because it just.
Part of the agreement at the end of World War II was that Israel would become a state, would become a real state.
And to think you get fired for saying, hey, I don't want innocent people to die.
You want to know why it took 10 years to happen? Because they were trying to find somewhere for it. And according to the Bible, was right smack dab in the middle of fucking this country called Palestine, which doesn't exist anymore. It's called the Gaza Strip. Or the West Bank.
Yeah.
But Palestinians exist. And whether they have a state of their own or not doesn't change the fact that they are being oppressed by the Israeli government.
Yeah.
And it's disappointing to me that there aren't more soldiers on the Israeli side saying, I'm not going to shoot a fucking kid. But a lot of them don't seem to have any problems with that because they're Palestinian kids. How fucked up is that thinking, dude?
Oh, yeah, the propaganda that gets fed to these people is sad. It's sad.
If
But can we-
if U.S. is getting
can we wrap-
invaded,
can we-
sure. But one thing, if U.S. is getting invaded and I'm on a wall, and the only way that I can prevent the invasion is by shooting a kid of another country, I'm gonna be like, you know what? I think we're just gonna get invaded. That's why I'm not in the military.
All right, let's move on to something fun.
Yeah.
You know, this is not the official sounder because this is not an official segment, but we're going to talk about a trailer for a movie about Spider-Man that doesn't star
yeah.
Spider-Man, and I'm going to call it
Godspeed, Spider-Man.
because
You
good
should've
luck.
told me I needed to make a sounder.
No, I just thought that'd be fun to do.
It is fun to do.
But you know, because if you're gonna make a Spider-Man movie without Spider-Man, all I can say is to the box office.
Godspeed, Spider-Man.
Good luck, motherfucker. But there are spider women in it.
Yes.
Which I
So
don't
let's talk
understand.
about Madam Web.
Let's.
Another movie that exists that probably shouldn't. I don't know. I'm really just gonna.
She's not even
I'm
a
gonna call
minor
this-
character in the comics.
I'm really gonna call this segment. Really, Madam Web? We're gonna do that? All right.
Let's call this segment "What the Fuck, Sony."
I don't even know how to describe this trailer because first of all, we get Dakota
Yeah,
Johnson.
it doesn't make any sense.
Who
at all.
I'm not particularly a fan of.
She's pretty, but I don't think she's that great of an actress.
I don't either. Then we have Sydney Sweeney as Julia Carpenter.
Who is a Spider Woman?
There's two Spider Women
Yes,
in this movie,
and they show them
and
in their.
Arachni.
Yes,
because-
there's they show many instances of these women with their costumes on that look suspiciously like Spider-Man. Oh, and who are they fighting? Spider-Man?
But it's not. It's Ezekiel.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
He's like Spider-Man.
Huh?
He's like he's if I remember correctly.
Was it during the fucking stupid ass Clone Saga? It was, wasn't it? It was a dumb
I think it
fucking
was, dude.
ass
I think it was
Ben
around-
Reilly spin-off bullshit.
No. Well, here's the thing. Let's get into this.
Don't
Let's
fucking
get
toy with
into
me. Don't fucking toy with me.
I'm gonna look up because I want to get the other names.
Okay. Should I look up Ezekiel?
Well, okay. So Ezekiel, from what I remember, was around in the '90s, if I remember correctly.
Which was
He
during the Clone Wars
had-
saga. The Clone
yes,
Saga.
he
sorry.
had powers like Peter, but he wasn't a clone. I don't think. I don't remember. But the idea of him being a serial killer is great. But here's the most.
Is it?
Listen to me, man. Here's the most insane part of this movie. We haven't even gotten to it. Did you know Emma Roberts is in this movie? You remember that? She's in this movie as Mary Parker. Adam Scott is in this movie as Ben Parker. So what you're saying is we're going to be in a universe where they're trying to
I forget we're not on
save
video.
they're trying to save Ben and Mary Parker? Is that what we're doing here? Cuz what the fuck is this movie? So based on this trailer, we've got Ezekiel, who's like a serial killer Spider-Man, who worked with Madam Web's mom in the jungle studying spiders, which is one of the weirdest line deliveries of a trailer. It's getting memed as shit. I can't even. It's almost insane. The timing of this trailer, like, wow, you really calculated that, didn't you, Sony?
Well,
Well, it's just funny because the Marvel stuff happens. It comes
Right.
out, all this stuff happens, and then it's almost like Sony's like, well, you didn't like that female-led
You're gonna
superhero
hate
movie.
this.
You're gonna fucking
hate this shit.
Because the Marvels seems like it actually, I don't know, had a plot and had things that made sense in the universe. I don't know what the fuck this Madam Web movie
I read the Wikipedia synopsis and it said like, what did they call her? An EMT gets into an accident and earns the ability to see into the future of spider-related people or some shit.
So, okay, did you ever? So do you?
Shut
Was
up.
Madam Web in the comics, or was that something that was made up?
You
for
know
the
what, Madam Web-
cartoon?
I believe she was in the comics, but before my time. Okay, so let me explain something. When I was growing up, there was a comic. There was Amazing Spider-Man, Spectacular Spider-Man, and then Peter Parker. Amazing Spider-Man, Peter Parker with the Spectacular Spider-Man, and then Web of Spider-Man. And then Spider-Man came later.
And she showed up in 1980. So she showed up in the comics.
So a little before my time.
Before the cartoon.
But there was also Marvel Tales starring Spider-Man. And what that was all reprints of his first, like they literally started with Amazing Fantasy and went forward, right? So I read like a lot of issues during that comic, like a decade afterwards. And for a long time, I thought they were new stories. Like they were contemporary stories. I didn't understand the idea of reprints or whatever. So I didn't really start reading comics for real until like probably we moved to I mean I did, but following them and shit until we moved to Iowa, really.
Yeah.
But I do remember there was this computer game called Quest. And it starred Spider-Man, the Hulk, and I can't remember. But it was this weird villain type dude. And Madam Web was a big part of the story. And she was this really old lady who sat in this web throne. But she also, like, her lower body was like a spider or something. So she wasn't like a human.
Yeah, she's in the
she
cartoon,
resurfaced during the Clone Saga, I think.
In the cartoon,
but I was done reading by then.
She's in the chair, she spins the web of all the spider people, the totems.
Right,
and all
she's
that
like
shit.
an oracle,
pretty
type
much.
Of person,
And
yeah.
she's kind of she's like the Loki of the multiverse of spider people, pretty much. That's the best way I can describe her. Like she's holding all the spider timelines.
I can't believe
together.
we're describing a movie made about this fucking minor fucking character.
That's what kills me. Why does Sony keep doing it? Kraven the Hunter. It can be such. Honestly, in the last few years, I've seen different writers' takes on the character, and I think it's a character that's gotten better in the last few years. I mean, Kraven's Last Hunt's great, but I mean, like even current stuff.
But
has
there's
some,
also the last Kraven.
I mean,
if you're trying to make a Sinister Six movie.
Well, the Spider-Man 2 game, I loved his portrayal. I'm getting there.
Yep.
But his portrayal in that game is the Last Hunt, pretty much. Like they tell it in a different way.
Yeah, you told me that.
Yeah. But what I was trying to wrap up with that thought is like Kraven the Hunter is a compelling character in a Spider-Man story.
Right.
He's a great Spider-Man
and
villain.
that trailer sucked ass too.
Venom, those movies can work a little bit outside of Spider-Man, but Venom is still Spider-Man's thing. Like, Venom's name doesn't even make sense in his own movie because the name happened after it bonded with Eddie, saying, we are poisonous to Peter Parker. We are Venom.
Yes.
But, tangent. Venom is the only one, I think, that actually can work on its own because Morbius doesn't fucking work. I fell asleep 3 times trying to watch that movie just to do it for the show as a joke.
Tried it, yeah. Where is it? What is it on?
It was on Netflix. I don't know if it still is. But
Morbid time.
But this character in particular, what are you? You're doing fucking anything to keep that Spider-Man license.
Yeah,
and it's insane. And I almost think they're jokes. I don't think it's a real movie. And like the thing is, there's some shots that I thought were kind of cool, and like I liked
some of those costumes.
I like Sydney
look
Sweeney's.
neat.
Julie Carpenter's Spider-Woman look, the black suit, that was sick. I like that. I thought the other Spider-Woman with the mechanical legs was pretty cool. And but there are some cool shots, but it's just like this is what people point to with superhero fatigue, and we are running out of ideas.
It's a needless fucking movie.
It's so pointless. Who wants this movie?
Here's what I want to say about.
I kept thinking you can stop at any time.
The Kraven the Hunter movie, the trailer that we saw. First things first, Aaron Taylor Johnson is a fantastic actor. He fucking peers into his roles, man. He's been in like 4 movies that I watched all the way through before I realized, oh, that was him. You know what I mean?
Have you seen Bullet Train?
No, but I want to. Right.
in
Well, he's in. Right. Again, he looks completely different from all of his other. I love the actors like that. I love that shit. Just disappear into the fucking role. And so first of all, waste of an actor. And then the whole thing is like I don't even.
He could have been good in a Spider-Man movie.
Right. I don't even know.
Why does he get his own movie?
I don't know what the plot of that movie is, but if I'm going to do a Craven standalone movie, it's going to be all about old Russian fucking traditions and breaking free from his father's iron fist. I mean, it's going to be a case study like the Joker was kind of. You know what I mean?
And you could still do that in a Spider-Man movie. You could do the flashbacks.
I'm saying, if you're gonna fucking have to do a Craven standalone,
yeah,
that's the way you do it. You study the character because the character is compelling before he gets to Spider-Man. Spider-Man makes Craven the hunter, but he was a hunter long before Spider-Man came along in the comics. He just realized, oh, hey, I have to come to America, and that's the next big game. That's what happened. And before he meets Spider-Man, dude, there's a whole fucking tapestry of stories with Kraven the Hunter and about just shit, man. Just make it a basic kid rebelling against his dad story. You know what I mean? But set it like in old world Russia. And oh, man, you could have fucking
but we also
killed
have
that
to
shit.
consider the implications.
Killed that movie.
Somehow this will be tied to Tom Holland. It could still be because
I know. Fuck.
we're saying that Mary and Ben are alive in this universe. Is this a universe where Peter isn't born? So we just have the Spider Women.
Well,
what's going on?
We have to assume. I think we have to assume that this movie and Morbius are both linked to Venom. That's what they're trying to do, right? They're in the same universe, right?
We're gonna segue into that because Spider-Man 4.
And we know Venom is from No Way Home. We know Venom is not in the same universe as the MCU.
Hold on.
So,
Rumor has it that the next Spider-Man is going to merge Tom Holland with the Sonyverse. I cannot tell you I am not how little excited I am because you've demonstrated, Sony and Marvel Studios, that you have established that all Spider-Man movies exist. Why not talk to Andrew Garfield, see if he wants to come back, and have Venom fight him? Like I've been saying since No Way Home.
Yeah.
And like a lot of people online have been saying,
Yeah.
you can still just continue the Amazing Spider-Man.
Yes.
And just
with your Sinister Six movie and shit.
do that Sinister Six
Yes.
movie you wanted.
Leave Tom Holland in the fucking MCU, dude. Leave him in the MCU.
They're not gonna, I don't think this is ever gonna happen.
You can have Tom Hardy flip over to the MCU every once in a while and shit.
Not even.
Or, you know, if he left the little drop of shit in the MCU last time, somebody else could become Venom.
Yeah.
A different Eddie Brock.
Who knows?
Just saying.
Point is,
fucking Sony, knock it off.
We don't want that.
Yes. No.
And honestly, dude, I bought them recently. I kind of want to go back because I did watch the behind the scenes stuff. And go back. I'm gonna go back and watch those Amazing Spider-Man movies and see if they were really as bad as I remember. Like the first one, it's okay. It's not bad.
The
but
Lizard was pretty badass.
the second one, I loved it first. Then I watched it again and I hated it. And now I'm like, maybe I'm being too harsh on it. I don't know. But Andrew
It could be a lot like RoboCop 2. Remember?
Yeah. The point is also this: Andrew Garfield was never the problem of those movies. So I'm all for seeing him back as Spider-Man. And he still looks he looks young, and you could also say that the Peter we saw, we don't know how long it's been. Maybe it's been a few, and that's the beauty of you open yourself up to this multiverse and be like, hey, we don't know how long it's been since Spider-Man 2.
Basically an open book of like endless possibilities, you guys are really fucking boring.
And you're gonna go with Madam fucking Web.
Yeah. Endless possibilities.
Tyler, focus. You could make a Spider-Man 2099 movie.
Yes.
You could make a Spider-Man noir movie.
Oh.
You could make a live-action Miles Morales movie.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh.
Better make sure I say Spider-Man Miles Morales, otherwise you'll be like, see, you did it. Miles Morales is Miles Morales. I hate it.
Wow.
Sorry.
Sorry about somebody driving in their car. That's usually me.
I destroy their ears. Sorry. But
also
you know what
their
I mean.
Speakers.
But you could do so many things, and you choose to make a Craven movie, a Morbius movie, a fucking Madam Web movie.
No, you know what happened? You know what happened? No, Jared Leto showed up at the fucking Sony offices and was like, I'm going to make Morbius. And they're like, no. And he's like, we're going to have a naked hot tub orgy. And they were like, okay. You're Jared Leto. You're pretty.
It sounded like Nick Cage.
Hey, I'm Jared Leto.
I'm Nick Cage.
That's a drop right there, dude. I'm Jared Leto. You got to make that for a drop.
This is Morbius.
I'm going to make Morbius. I'm Jared Leto.
Point is this, Sony, fuck off.
Yeah, fuck off.
Put Andrew Garfield back in the suit.
Hey,
Let Tom Holland swing around the MCU.
Hey, Sony, fuck off. Hey, get my favorite drop. Get my favorite drop ready. I got something to say to you, Sony.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Ew, fuck you.
Pretty much.
All right. Moving on.
That didn't land as well as it should have.
Moving on, we got some casting news for two properties. Two properties here. Fantastic Four. First up.
2-4?
The MCU Fantastic Four last week, it was rumored. Still have no confirmation on this as far as I know. It was rumored that Marvel had found their Reed Richards, and it's Pedro Pascal. If true, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, he could work. Because he's shown with the Mandalorian that he can be, you know, a cold, you know, whatever that has an underpinning of compassion. Reed Richards.
He could also be he could also be a dork because Reed Richards is
right,
also a dork.
Yes. Well, he showed that in The Last of Us. I think honestly his character in The Last of Us is pretty close to Reed Richards, how Reed Richards is supposed to be portrayed, which is he's kind of lovable and goofy and a dork, but he can also be extremely cold and calculating because he's the smartest man in like the universe. And in a movie and in a universe like the Ultimates, he becomes the Maker, which is like the worst supervillain ever because it's fucking Reed Richards turned bad.
I kind of like the Maker.
I'm saying like that's
the
best villain ever.
Yeah.
Like the most powerful, most scary villain in all of the multiverse of the Marvel universe.
Make the last dude though is Mr. Fantastic be the Maker.
The what?
Make the dude who played the
Miles Teller?
No, the one before that, the one in the 2000s.
Oh, Iowan Griffud or whatever.
Imagine him as the Maker.
Ooh. See, I liked him.
Council of Reeds. Make it possible. No, my personal take, I don't know how I feel about it.
I don't know that it's the best choice.
That's what I'm thinking too. I mean, like Pedro has amazing range.
Right. He could. Can he? Yes.
Yeah.
Should he?
I don't know.
I really
like the idea of Adam. See, this is the problem when you fucking buy into fan casting. Because I was really
Adam who?
Adam Driver. I was like, ooh.
Oh fuck
really
yeah,
good.
dude! Have you seen the trailer for Ferrari?
No, not yet.
He doesn't even look like him. He's playing the old dude in that. Next time you see the trailer, he's the old dude, and Adam Driver like. Generally, his hair is long and like in his face and stuff.
Yeah, but I'm not against it. I like everything that Pedro's in.
Yeah.
I think he has some great comedic chops. Seriously, you should watch Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
I need to.
It's so fucking funny, and he is so good in that movie. He's so funny, and he's great on SNL too. So like he can make
He was in Game
Reed
of
kind of
Thrones.
that dork, but he could make it seem like he's the smartest guy in the room.
Which is funny because
So-
he doesn't look. He doesn't. When I think Pedro Pascal and I see him the way he looked in Game of Thrones, it's not the same guy.
Yeah.
Like he's more. I think he's not gained weight, but like he was really skinny in Game of Thrones. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
I just love him.
this would be an interesting cast if these rumors were true. So, Vanessa Kirby is
She's the blonde who's in the Fast and Furious movies.
What?
She's a blonde actress. She's been in the Fast and Furious movies. Vanessa Kirby.
Sorry, yeah.
Or
I
no.
miss her.
I'm sorry. Mission Impossible.
Yes. I was like, wait, what? No, yeah, she's in the Mission
She's
Impossible.
striking.
So, yeah, her is Sue Storm, and then Joseph Quinn, who is most known for his role as Eddie in season 4 of Stranger Things. Him as Johnny Storm.
Sure.
And then you're not going to know these two because I don't think you've watched The Bear either.
No.
Eben Moss Backrack. He was The Thing is what he would be playing. Ben Grimm. He's really good in The Bear. He's also there's another movie or another thing he's in that he looks really good, but I can't remember. But he's been in a few stuff lately. He's really good. He would be an interesting choice for Ben. I think that could work. I still don't hate the idea of Adam Sandler. But the thing with Adam...
Did you read that article I sent you?
Yeah. But
it totally fucking makes sense.
But I think that...
He wouldn't do it, and Marvel wouldn't be able to pay the price.
No, yeah. And that's why I don't think... That's why I think the rumor floating around that Driver and... there was another person... it wasn't Krasinski. That was just a one-off thing.
Yeah.
But...
that was fantastic.
The rumor is that Driver turned it down. Like it wasn't enough. And I think they maybe went with Pedro because they could go a little bit lower. I don't know. Interesting choices. I think that going with lesser known again shows to me that they don't have the money for bigger names. And it's also a thing you have to look at. If you're doing Fantastic Four, you're definitely going to be doing Secret Wars. You're definitely going to be doing whatever they're going to do with
you're
fucking
going to have
Kang
a
Dynasty.
6-picture deal, at least.
Whatever they're going to do with that.
You're going to have at least a 6-picture deal.
And they're not a lot of... That's what... You knew this was going to happen. That's why they're setting up the Young Avengers. That's why they're setting up all this other stuff. This was bound to happen. It happens in comics. It was going to happen now. And I prefer this than rebooting because it's... I mean, they're going to reboot this, obviously, but with this cast, you can keep that continuity where you're not constantly having to do some sort of multiverse shit to explain why these actors are not these actors.
Well, I think, and to be honest, I don't hate that whole thing. I don't at all. Hey, guess what? The Captain America in this universe got too old, so he retired, and we brought one from this one. It's just a different actor. Fucking great. I don't give a shit.
Who cares?
Keep telling great stories.
Mental characters have existed in comics forever.
Keep telling great stories, and I'll watch them.
Yeah.
I think it's commonly known that you're gonna, however you bring the Fantastic Four into the MCU, you've got to establish somehow that they've been around forever. And you've got to give a good reason why everybody fucking forgot them or why they've never been mentioned.
You almost have to do the same...
Until the Multiverse of Madness?
You also have to assume that they're going to approach it the same way it seems like they're going to do with the X-Men, where it's like, they're in a pocket universe. That's why they've... Because... Why else wouldn't the fucking Fantastic Four have been around for Endgame or something like that? Like you have
that's another thing. Yeah, I think it's common.
It has to just come, or you just completely
another
lead
idea
into
was
it as new,
right? Or another idea was that they were in the fucking where the Ant-Man movie took place.
Quantumania.
No, the what is it called? They were stranded somewhere.
Yeah.
My idea for bringing the Fantastic Four in, honestly, the movie starts with like a fucking big, gigantic battle between Doom and the Fantastic Four. They're all fucking fighting. Okay? All fighting. It's just a big brawl. And Doom is holding his own against him, but he's losing. And he fucking presses a button and that thing comes up like they showed in the Multiverse of Madness, his time machine
platform thing.
Whatever. Something comes up or whatever, and he tries to strand them, but he ends up stranding himself with them. And they've been stranded this entire time. But you have to explain why nobody in the fucking Marvel universe has ever fucking said anything about them.
No, that's stupid.
Unless they're
Savage Land. What if they're in the Savage Land?
Or they're SHIELD operatives, and that's why the general public doesn't know about them.
No, I'm going with dinosaurs. Fuck that.
I'm saying, like, you have to have a reason why the general public doesn't know
There's
about
got to
them.
be something.
But then why hasn't Fury mentioned them yet?
Or just fucking say that they didn't show up until now. Like
You can't really do
Why
that.
not?
Because they're not going to do an
You're
origin
saying
movie.
that they can't.
They're not doing another origin. They've done too many of them. They're
Will
gonna
for America's first family.
They're
goddammit.
gonna come in.
Or Marvel's first
Feige
family.
has said that they're gonna first
The United States first family.
family of the first family of the United States.
The Fantastic fucking
Fucking
Four.
Four.
That's the name of the new movie.
The fucking Fantastic Four.
Directed by.
Fucking Tiki Watiti.
No.
Tiki Watiti.
You're fired.
No, but Feige has
You know what? Wrap
stated.
it up.
And that's it.
The show's over.
Feige has stated that he doesn't want to do another Fantastic Four origin story. I think he said that with the X-Men or somebody. Who was it? Said that with somebody else. Oh, Spider-Man. When he brought Spider-Man over.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
he doesn't want to do the Fantastic Four. So again, they're going to have to be established somehow. How? Why? What? I think
When? Where?
I think we don't see them until after Secret Wars. And they integrate everything.
No.
We don't see them in the true MCU until...
I don't buy it.
I just keep
Also,
wanting to drop a hot
one-
take that's going to be true.
One final rumor on the casting news is that, and I would not be surprised if this was something created by Bounding into Comics or Inside the Magic, these fucking fake news sites. There's a rumor that Silver Surfer will be gender swapped. Okay, is my response. Silver Surfer has been a female in the comics too, by the way. So
He has. Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember that, but I'm not.
who
I'm
cares?
not-
Who fucking cares?
I don't care.
The Silver Surfer is the Herald of Galactus. Now, I've also another one final one. Now that I thought about it, there's also rumors that Javier Bardem could be Galactus.
That would be cool.
That'd be fucking rad, wouldn't it? I'd be into that.
Yo, yeah.
That'd be fun.
He's
He's got a voice for it too. Like that'd be
I
like
don't-
a very imposing.
Now here, let's break this down a little bit because right now I'm having a little bit of a dilemma because we always talk about these fuck faces who are like Smash is not Spider-Man or blah, all this crap.
Yeah.
And why don't you the whole thing is why can't you just make a different character? Why do you have to make that character black or whatever? Right?
Yeah.
That's the argument.
Yeah.
And we're always talking about how stupid that fucking argument is. Like, who cares? Shut up. Because it's given representation to people who haven't had it before.
And
so
you
that's
wouldn't
good.
care about a different character, like
Right. You wouldn't give it. Yes. So this raises the stakes. But let's talk about this because, to be honest, I was just about to be like, why would you make Silver Surfer a woman? What's the point of that? It doesn't make any sense. Why not just, I was going to say, why not just make it Nova, which was another character in the comics named Frankie Ray,
Yeah.
who was actually tied
I've seen people say that. Why not make it Nova? Then?
Right. But don't I sound like the asshole? Don't I sound like
Don't
those
you want to see some
assholes
silver titties?
who are saying, I do.
Score.
Listen, in the comics.
All right.
Don't I sound like the same asshole who's just why don't they just make it Miles Morales
I've had
a
those
different
problems
Spider?
too. Yeah.
So I'll say this because I want to be consistent. While I would prefer Norrin Rad be the Silver Surfer, I also don't have any problem with, say, Shalabal being a dude, or Silver Surfer is a girl, but so is Shalabal. Lesbians.
Whoa. You know what that's just
Sloppy.
and woke. Woke as a joke.
See, I would watch that.
You go woke, you go broke, then you're a joke.
And you're Disney. Speaking
Anyway.
of that, this is kind of a segue, but do you know how fucking long that goddamn DeSantis bus was parked down the street from me? from where I live. There's a Holiday Inn right off of 235.
So you just stared at it all night?
No,
You fucking bastard!
No, I can't see it across the interstate. But when I would drive that way, which I
Yeah.
did frequently, I would always see it. And I'm like, who the fuck said we wanted you here?
All right, moving on to the next bit of casting news.
Never back down.
Superman Legacy. We got some new news. New casting news. First one I want to get out of the way.
Get out of the way, then.
Here's the problem, because I went from being like, hell yes, great decision. I was like,
Yes!
because Skylar Gizondo, I believe that is. Again, if I butcher these names, I apologize. He was you probably know him from, he was Gideon in The Righteous Gemstones. He was also in the Vacation reboot. Santa Clarita Diet. Like he's the perfect choice for Jimmy Olsen. Like nailed it. A1 casting. I went from
Yes!
to
Ew, fuck you!
when I found out that he had liked the post Noah Shep, the kid from Stranger Things, where Zionism is sexy. So I was like, God damn it. Just when I thought we had a perfect moment for this movie, because the casting news continues to be great. Nicholas Hoult is Lex Luthor.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, I'll say this.
I'm excited about
Holt
Holt. He's good.
surprises me.
Have you watched The Menu yet?
No, but
He's great in that.
He surprises me with how. I think I always underestimate him as an actor, and he surprises me every time. So I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I think he'll be great. And somebody shared this, and look, I like Jesse Eisenberg, but his Lex was not Lex Luthor.
No, I'll say this. It was an interesting take on the character, and I'm not mad that he made the decision. It just didn't land.
It didn't work. And
But-
you're right. I applaud them for trying something new.
I applaud him for trying something new.
But to go from that
Because
to
don't give any credit to Zach fucking
to go-
Rebel Moon Snyder.
to go from that to Nicholas Hoult, I think is an upgrade.
Yeah.
So that's pretty.
You know what really sucks? You know who, like, besides Gene Hackman, who was the best.
I'm not fucking wearing a bald cap.
Who was
That's
the
terrible.
best
That's not even close to Gene Hackman.
fucking Lex Luthor. Besides him, you know who the second best one was?
Kevin Spacey.
Yes.
Ugh, unfortunately.
Yes, right? That's like the best part of that movie. Superman Returns
Yeah.
is fucking Spacey. And it's like, I can't watch that.
Like I said,
Gross.
the Jimmy
Jimmy Olsen's Blues.
The Jimmy Olsen cast was perfect. Also, I forgot to mention Sarah Sampaio as Eve Teschmacher. She's
Miss Teschmacher!
Yeah, his assistant.
Which is funny because that is, I believe, a character created wholly for the movie.
I think this is.
I do not believe
I
she was a
think-
comic character.
I think people are a
But-
little concerned about this movie's cast. Like, the cast is great, but I think the size is what's throwing people off because there's a lot of characters. But think of the name. You know, think of the it's Legacy, Superman Legacy,
Oh.
and the idea of like, I don't think that it's going to be. They're not going to.
Well, who's to say that some of these
Well, I think the
characters
whole
aren't going to
point
appear
is
like
to
for
have-
seconds and then bring them on later on?
Like, I was talking with Luke about this, and I said, I'm excited because Nathan Fillion's Guy Gardner, but I'm wondering why he's Guy Gardner and not Hal. And I was like, well, my thought was like, oh, they're just going to say that Hal and John are off-world setting up their show. And then do like, okay, we're gonna play with the name of Legacy and talk about these mantle characters, and be like, oh, it's Superman's hanging out with kind of like the B team Justice League. Well, like Diana's off doing her shit, and all this other stuff's happening. Oh, here's Guy and I think Mr. Terrific, I think was the other one.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
And Hot Girl's gonna be in it.
Hot Girl?
Hawk Girl, sorry. It did
every time you say-
sound like I said
Every
Hot Girl.
time you say it, I think that's an interesting name for a.
There's this
superhero.
superhero named Hot Girl.
She's super hot.
That's her power. She melts you.
She melts your.
She melts you. You just all like,
Pew pew quip, pew pew quip.
Out your wiener.
anyways.
Wow. That's my wiener, and then it's melted.
Tyler, it's Tyler.
Tyler.
Let's go to our second to last segment.
Really?
This is gonna be a long episode.
Jesus.
God had nothing to do with it. This we're going back into the Griftaverse, everybody. Griftaverse, going back into it.
We're going into the Griftaverse. I can't think of anything that's worse.
Whoa. Also, standing invitation to rip a goalpost. Always come on the show and tell me your favorite part of Isom, because I want to know.
He keeps commenting, or she.
Whoever they are. I have a feeling it's Eric and his wife.
I have a feeling it's a
like a burner.
non-binary person.
No, it's
No,
it's
and
somebody
you know why I
that
said
Eric,
that?
It's somebody that
Because
Eric
you know
pays.
it's right-wing person, and that's gonna piss them off.
Oh,
What? I'm a man. What did you just say to me? I'm definitely coming on now. Yeah,
come on to
and
the
then,
show.
And then when he does, we're gonna be like, we were just kidding.
Whoever you are, come on the show. But in the meantime, we're going to keep making fun of the Ripaverse stuff.
Yeah.
Because, honestly, of all the grifting stuff that we cover, and I know they hate when I keep saying that word.
Shoe fits, dude. Hey.
The Ripaverse has by far been the most captivating lately because I'd always kind of known about it since he announced it, but I never... Until more came out about it and more people were talking about it and reading it and whatever, that's when I just laughed. And I want to make it very abundantly clear. I don't know if we have in the other segments that we've done this. I'm not going to read Isom. I don't care to read Isom. I'm not going to read Isom 2. I'm not going to read Alpha Core. I'm not going to read Yara. I'm not going to read whatever fucking book he makes. I am not criticizing the book. If you read that book and you like that book, fucking great, dude.
Yeah, more power to you.
If you read it and you hate it, good for you. I don't give a shit. I just want to make fun of the silly nonsense and the trademark bullshit. Heel versus babyface having a fucking meltdown over somebody asking what his favorite part of the book was.
Look, dude, you come out here, and I'm sorry, but you invite criticism, and then when you can't handle the criticism, it's like...
Exactly. If Eric would just ignore this shit, but he's built this brand on monetize your haters and fucking talk about these people and giving all these trolls oxygen, which is not what you're supposed to do. And I get it, Eric. Everybody does it.
Oh yeah. I'm okay. So I
do it
I
sometimes.
made a music video earlier this year, and I put it on YouTube. And somebody that you know started trolling on me, and I really appreciated it because you told me, you were like, he was trying to build you up. Because the first thing I did when I saw his comment, which was a negative kind of comment, was and I got involved. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't play that game.
Exactly. So I'm very appreciative to that person, even though at the time I was like, go fuck yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now I understand where that was from, and no, I don't think he was like, I'm just trying to help you, little camper. I think he's just a dick. Sorry, I do. But I do appreciate what you were trying to do, despite the fact that it was not coming from a nice place.
Yeah.
Anyway. And that is why, like, that's what Eric needs to do. And Eric, when you jump out there and you put your stuff out there like I do, I have to be aware of the fact that if I get more and more people to like it, there's going to be just as many people criticizing, and that is because you open yourself up for it. And when you say, I am better than Marvel and DC,
funny you say that.
that's why we are fucking shitting on you, because you're not.
You're going to love this segment.
Good.
So Tim Pool decided to jump on the Griftaverse
God.
bandwagon on his show.
Lame.
So he's talking about a comic book that came out recently. Green Lantern book. Hold on one second.
Oh, wow, really?
So Tim Sheridan is he is gay, and he's openly gay.
What?
And he wrote the Green Lantern with Alan Scott.
What?
that
Alan Scott has been established as a gay
Yes,
character for
and
many, many years.
it was a big deal to write about that character for Tim. And so he went on social media and said, he was talking about his book, The Green Lantern. He said, already the haters and the queer phobes are out in force doing everything they can to see that this book tanks. They use code and they make it sound like they have legit problems with a book they haven't read yet. But the truth is, they just don't like that that there's a queer hero in the upper ranks of the DCU, which is 100% true because here's Tim Pool talking about that book.
The comic book industry is not dying. The comic book industry has been taken.
And this is him talking about Tim Sheridan's book.
Before you continue,
I'm gonna restart it.
Yeah, that's fine. But I just want you guys to listen to how he talks. The comic book industry is not dying. Like, do you hear how tight his ass is? I mean, he's literally like so tense, right?
Oh man, I fucking.
And I don't know if you know this, but you notice how like
The
we're just really relaxed and everything.
comic book industry is.
And Tim Pool is just the comic book. And you notice that?
All right, can we start come on.
much of a nerd
Let's
he
do
is?
it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Stop vamping.
I thought you had to do shit and I had to
Not
vamp.
dying. The comic book industry has been taken over and is being worn like a skin suit by
a
woke
skin
psychopaths. And this is proof. In October, author Tim Sheridan urged people to pick up a copy of his latest work, a Green Lantern reboot, in which the DC superhero has adult relations with a guy. Despite his pleas, the comic appears to have
say
struggled to
sex.
gain
Just
favor
say
among
butt
readers. Why?
fucking.
Dude, I don't care if you're gay. Don't care if you're LGBTQIA2A+, whatever.
It sounds like you do.
But yo,
It
when you make a
does sound like
product
you do,
for
Tim.
like 0.7% of the population, you're gonna get 0.7% of the sales. You see what I'm saying?
Dude, do you really think that there's
comic book-
only... You really think there's only...
Oh my
What
god.
the fuck is that? Ah!
I want
Is that
Eric-
him?
No,
Or is it
it's my
an ad?
fucking
It's an ad, isn't it?
soundboard shit.
Is it an ad?
It's whatever.
Anyway.
Stop trying to sell me shit.
Stop trying to sell me shit. Dude, do you really think that there's 0.7% of all humans are gay? Like that little? Dude, I guarantee you some of the people you have on staff are gay. They don't tell you that because they know if they did, you'd be a merciless fucking douchebag.
Yeah.
By the way, you know what? Interesting bit of trivia. If you go to Google and you start typing in Tim Pool, one of the first things that comes up is Tim Pool is an asshole. No shit. Try it.
Yeah. All right, so here's Tim talking about what he
His
really
bigotry?
He really wants Eric July in the Rippaverse to be bigger than the Marvel and DC. Just listen to this, beautiful.
I want Eric July to be a millionaire. I want him to be rich.
I thought he
want
was.
him to pull up in a Model S plaid at a comic book convention, get out wearing the finest suit, and hand one of his comic books to an excited kid who says, I want to be like him when I grow up.
Yeah.
I want Eric July to be
Can you
greater
pause it?
than Stan Lee and Jack Kirby.
Also, I have to say this.
No, you missed the best part.
Sorry. No, that Stanley Jack. No, I'm saying he wouldn't hand it to any kid because he'd be like, "Where's my $100?"
Okay,
Continue.
So Tim wants Eric July to be bigger than Stan Lee and Jack Kirby.
And all of these other comic book creators. I want him to stand up and say, we know what makes comic books good. We know what inspired us as kids, and they've abandoned us, and we're taking over.
Oh,
And each and every person,
Taking over
they
because
abandoned you like your dad did. Is that why you're such a bigoted fuck?
So by the way, the skin suit
Yeah, creepy.
that is being
fuck.
that's being worn by these woke psychopaths, i.e., a gay person writing about a gay character.
Yeah,
Tim.
what the fuck, man?
And you're saying, like, what happened to my comic books where my superheroes were white and my minorities were criminals?
So
Because
based
that's
on
what it was.
So based on this, on his reasoning, all bigoted homophobes in comics should be written by Tim Pool.
I guess.
Yeah.
who
'Cause
is
he knows
involved
what
in
he's
this.
talking
And I don't want to just single him out. I'm just saying, his success is so inspirational. I want
What success?
every one of these people at DC and Marvel and any other of these companies to look at him and wish they were doing what he was doing.
Never.
I want every kid
Ever.
Never happened.
who is looking for new superheroes to think, this is cool. They won't buy Green Lantern, and that's sad because we love Green Lantern. We love all these characters that they're destroying.
Unless they're gay, Tim. We
Exactly.
heard the part. Also, can I just tell you?
Final 6 seconds.
Okay.
But you know what? If they're going to destroy them and they're going to sell out, then let kids look up to this.
So yeah, he wants kids to look up. And again, if it were anybody else, fine, great. But because it's Eric July, a fucking asshole,
Who is a bigoted fuck?
someone you absolutely do not want kids looking up to,
No.
who handles people who disagree with him or don't like his things
By threatening them.
by threatening them
With physical
attacking
violence. Yeah.
them. Not
He's a fucking bully.
He doesn't. He just says pull up, and then somebody pulled up on him and left some money on his door, and he called the cops like a little bitch.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Whoa.
hey.
What did we say earlier? If the shoe fits, man. Also,
So I'm
let me-
just saying. Well, yeah, but he has this tough persona. Like,
Right.
look at me, dude. I'm a fucking shithouse. I'll beat up anybody.
Great. That's fucking.
I don't know why he's Hulk
That's
Hogan.
what dumb people do.
Sorry, I'm getting worked up.
No, because fuck this guy. And here's the other thing, Tim.
And fuck people like Tim
Dude,
Pool.
Tim, here's the other thing too. You are sitting there thinking that there's all these kids who are as bigoted and hateful filled as you are, and what you don't understand and you don't remember because you're just a fucking shell of your former self with all the hate that you have is that kids aren't full of hate, man. It has to be taught to them by assholes like you.
Last clip of what Tim Pool wants for the Ripper. By the way, the title of this was Gay Green Lantern Bombs, all cap. The Rippaverse is winning, or we're winning in all caps. I don't know. Who cares? This is the last clip.
Yeah.
I hope they live in big houses with infinity pools. I hope they can come out
Infinity Saga
and prove
pools?
to all the young people, if you want to create great stories, if you want to inspire
Great
others,
story.
these are the characters that people are interested in. These are the storylines that we like. This is what will make you successful. Now, I don't want it to be all about money. I think it should be about the ideas, the
Capitalism is one of your ideals.
the ideas, the values. I want kids to grow up understanding
Money.
what it means to be a true hero.
So, again, Tim, you could pick a much better role model for kids than Eric July. And then also,
Gary Busey would be a better role model for kids than Eric July.
I'm not going to take away what
I'm not going to wear a helmet.
So the Rippaverse is going to make more money than I'll probably ever make doing anything creatively. Good for them.
Sure.
But
very, very well. Could be very well true. Me too.
they are seeing, like, there's dips in ISM 2. There's a dip in Alpha Core. I doubt the other books are going to do that much better. Like, whatever.
Because you're not creating you're not creating anything sustainable.
Again, I have no interest in reviewing the book. But from what I have seen of the book, I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to read this book.
Every book that you do is like, well, what do I want to do now?
Plus, I can't not...
You should have an outline for like the first 10 issues, you know? Like, and again, I don't mind that you don't know what your main character's powers are, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
Tyler...
I'll just make it up as I go along. Well, that's not how writers write. And I'm surprised because you call yourself a writer, but you clearly have never even taken a remedial creative writing class. I mean, seriously. Those cards were fucking terrible, dude. God.
All right. So that's enough for the Griftaverse. Because I'm like, I don't know how to follow that. But let's go to our new segment, Collector's Edition.
Ooh.
That's the theme song. You got to open the case. Oh, yeah. ASMR.
That's not a case.
OPOT ASMR. Sound like a robot.
I think you spelled... oral and anal. Okay, so we're doing another video segment this week. It's called...
Collector's Edition.
what do we call it?
It's Collector's Edition.
Hey, check this shit out.
It's
that what we're
adult show and tell is what it really is.
And it's called, hey, check
Where's your
this shit
item?
out. It's right here. So,
By the way, if you're listening on the podcast, we love you.
sorry. Find a fucking exit. Turn on YouTube like a man. Okay.
All right, so this segment
So-
is basically
Physical media.
It's our love for physical media, the memories that come with it, the media itself, all sorts of fun stuff.
Collector's items, all sorts of,
But yes,
yeah. Or,
all that
and
fun
or,
jazz.
And or just, stuff that we really love.
Mm-hmm.
Now, back in 1989, this movie came out called Batman, and starring Michael
Not
Keaton.
The Batman.
Yeah, right. Michael Keaton, Jack Nicholson, and Tim Burton. You might have heard of it. Anyway, my brother was like huge into this movie, and there was a movie theater downtown, and the only way you could get from our house in Coralville to downtown was about a 20-minute ride on the interstate, and then, you know what I mean? So my brother made T-shirts for like me and him and like his 3 best friends. We got tickets. We sat outside. I mean, we did the whole thing, right?
You didn't even have Twitter or the internet.
No.
Or any of it.
And by the way, it was palpable how much people hated the idea of Michael Keaton doing this. And proved him wrong.
People
obviously.
hated Heath Ledger's Joker.
Well, dude, everybody knew Michael Keaton at that point as Mr. Mom. He was not you know what I mean?
True.
I mean, he had done some dramatic roles. Anyway,
what are we talking about today,
just hang
Tyler?
on. We get down to the thing, and I don't have my glasses because I don't wear them full time, but I need them to watch the movie. We get down to the theater. We're sitting in line, and I go to my brother and I say, I forgot my glasses. And he goes, are you fucking serious? And I'm like, yes. And he's like, you seriously want me to take you home and get your glasses now? 10 minutes before the movie's, whatever, right? And I'm just like, yes, I'm so sorry. And I totally almost ruined that for him, but we got back in time. Anyway, one of the craziest things about that movie is the soundtrack by Prince.
Oh, yeah.
Now, this thing is it's a movie can, if you can kind of see it embossed with the Batman symbol on it.
Black on black, so it might be hard to see.
Right. It's if we put it close enough with the lights, should be able to kind of see. Yeah, you can see it. There
I think so, yeah.
Cool.
Anyway.
So it's the original soundtrack, and it's like the first edition. So it's got the CD in it. But here's something really cool. It's got little pictures from the movie inside of it, and then it's got all lyrics, right? But here's the coolest thing. Okay, so for instance, the first song is called "The Future," right?
Mm-hmm.
Think about the future. Lead vocal by Batman. Electric Chair, lead vocal by Joker.
Nice.
The Arms of Orion, duet by Vicky Vale and Bruce Wayne. This is fucking groundbreaking and forward-thinking and absolutely batshit insane of Prince to do this. I mean, obviously it's Prince singing.
Yeah.
Not any of these other guys. But my favorite part of this thing...
What about Bat Dance? Who's the lead vocals on Bat Dance?
Let's fucking look, because it'll tell us. Bat Dance, which one? Okay, Bat Dance is Party Man. There is no song called Bat Dance, dude. It's The Future.
Oh, I think it's probably just Party Man then.
Party Man is the Joker, dude.
All right, you know what? The
Vicky
Joker.
Waiting.
That's the Party Man is one of the.
Is by
Art
Bruce
Gallery.
Wayne, and Trust. Yes, Party Man, and Trust is lead vocal by the Joker too. We got another one. Lemon Crush by Vicky Vale, Scandalous by Batman, so on. Oh, Bat Dance, lead vocals by the Joker, Gemini, Vicky Vale, Bruce Wayne, and Batman.
There you go.
So he's doing double duty. But my favorite part of this whole thing, where is it? Presents. What is it? Special guest presence by Jack Nicholson, Michael Keaton, and Kim Basinger. And all he's saying is that he fucking clipped audio clips from the movie because they're in the soundtrack and whatnot. But again, what a crazy... this would probably be worth a lot more if it didn't have that big scratch in the middle. But yeah, this is... how many years ago was 1989?
34?
This is 34 years old. Older than this asshole.
Wow.
I just called him an
I'm impressed you kept it that long, to be honest.
I'm pretty sure the reason why we still have it is because my brother had it for a long time. It's not really mine, but as long as we don't tell him, he won't know.
So adults show and tell continues.
Yeah.
With
That was fun.
With collector's edition.
I wasn't done, but you're
I thought you were
chomping at the bit. No,
well,
I'm
I
just
thought
kidding.
you were done.
I'm totally done.
You done?
I'm totally done.
What do you want from me?
What the fuck you want from me?
Yeah. So my pick this week is the Blu-ray. I pulled out the slipcover.
Ooh.
It's the Blu-ray.
You know what we're gonna
of
do next
Logan.
time we do this, by the way, is that when I'm telling about my thing, you're gonna hold my microphone. In fact, let's do that right now. So
Why?
you can show off stuff and still talk. Because I wanted to have two hands to show this off.
Well, then why don't we put him in the stands? I thought the idea was to be more relaxed.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I can do a lot of things one-handed, pal. All right, so my collector's item is Logan on Blu-ray, which the thing that I really wanted to talk about was they made a big deal about when they released this Blu-ray that they had Logan Noir. It was the movie in black and white.
They released it in theaters, I think, too, for a limited run.
Maybe.
I think.
And because this idea of watching this actually came up from us talking about Werewolf by Night and how we're like, why is it in color? It looks so great in black and white.
Yeah.
So I gave this last viewing, I gave Logan Noir a shot, and I would argue that looks almost better than the original movie. And the original movie looked great. Had these great. It was clearly with them doing a modern western and with these big, wide landscape shots and these like deep orange and yellow colors and like this gritty desert feel, at least in the first act of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And that shines so well in black and white. It's insane how good it looks in the daylight. With there's just so many shots because this is let's be honest, because it is like a noir story. It's a more adult story. It's a road story, but it's also very much like this noir feel of, even without the black and white, there is that feel to it. And then adding that, there's just so many great shots that already looked great in the movie, but look almost even better in black and white. It's crazy how just taking away that color makes that change and makes it even more impactful.
Yeah.
I think it the picture still looks great on Blu-ray. I think that it adds so much to this movie, and just rewatching it, I was like, man, this is so good. Because I remember coming out of the theater and thinking like, that was incredible. That was so much better than what I could imagine. And I truly, to this day, think it's probably one of the best comic book adaptations.
It's probably top 2 or 3 X-Men movies.
And what makes it
Wouldn't you
so
say?
good is it takes a theme or an idea that you think is familiar with Old Man Logan, but it's not.
It's not at all.
It's not at all that story.
You could not film Old Man Logan, I don't think.
Well, they didn't have the rights to those characters, and they address.
Well, there's also the fact that Bruce.
Yeah, we're not getting into that. We're not getting into that. But like, we don't want to. Ew. Well, and funny enough, on this Blu-ray, there's also a almost feature-length documentary making of Logan, and it is kind of great because it is like Hugh Jackman talking about the end of this story for him, and then Patrick. Well, at least so we thought. The end for Patrick Stewart and how all they did all that, and I don't think that Deadpool or Patrick Stewart showing up in Multiverse of Madness takes away from this at all. I still think these having that and going back and watching it, it's still an amazing movie. It's still amazing performances.
To me, I don't even look at the character in Multiverse of Madness as the same character from the X-Men movies. I look at him as a live-action representation of the Professor X from the cartoon. Honestly.
Yeah. And so, that's the yellow chair and. Anyway, we're getting off topic. So
no shit.
I think
Are we also off panel?
That's another thing that I add to having these Blu-rays and having these physical media, and why it's important to have these, because we have things like this and you get insight into these movies. And I have always had a passion for understanding and seeing how these movies are made.
Oh yeah.
And so
this
this whole experience was so surprising for me, of just how much just kind of enriched my love for movies. And I think it's because of hearing them talk about it and seeing what James Mangold did with the Wolverine in this, and hearing him talk about this story makes me really excited for Star Wars. especially if he's doing like a biblical like sword and sandals movie. But yeah, off topic.
Off panel.
It's still, again, to me, is one of the best. It's the best X-Men movie.
You could argue that number 2 is pretty.
No, that's not fair. You're right. It's not. It's not. It's
really good one.
It's not the best X-Men movie.
First Class is pretty.
But it's a great job.
Shut up.
What makes it so good is the fact that it is a character-driven story.
Yeah.
It is the end of his life. It's the end of this story. It's the end of this journey. And what better way to do that than have him taking care of an ailing father figure and then also become an adoptive parent, and tell that story. And it's just so great. And to see all the special features. I didn't watch all the deleted scenes, but also, weirdly enough, the violence is also great. Like, great. That's a weird phrasing. But the violence still looks like visceral and gruesome in black and white. That doesn't dampen it. But man, I forgot just how hardcore they went with this movie.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for what he does in Deadpool. So yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Logan, big recommend if you can get it. And by the way, that's the beauty of this. You hunt for these bad boys, you could probably get this super cheap at a local used.
We have a place in town called JCD and Hobby. You probably have some place like that in where you live, so go check it out.
Yeah.
Support
local businesses.
A couple things that you brought up. Again, I had never actually thought about the character in Multiverse of Madness as anything but a separate character, if that makes sense, until you brought that up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, are they the same character? They're technically, but eh. And then one thing I wanted to get along with that was the first 3 seasons of Barry, one of my favorite shows. At the end of every episode, the creator and Bill Hader, they sit down for like, I don't know, a minute and a half, and they break down a couple of, 1 or 2 things from that episode.
Yeah.
And it's so fucking cool to get that extra insight. I
do it with a lot of HBO shows.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm a huge fan of like anything that's like, hey, this is how we made it.
Support local businesses.
Whatever.
Buy physical media. Because you know what? The streaming services are going to take them away anyway.
And it's as much as fucking cable now. You know that.
Come on. Save some money.
Should we do our long box on this too?
No.
Let's not do a long box this week.
Tyler, I think it's time to hit the dusty trail.
Time to hit the dusty trail.
That was a fun segment. I want to do that more.
I like that. Yeah, we'll do some more stuff. I have a couple of 5 or 6 things that I could bust out and like check it out.
I hope you're talking about. You know what I mean. You know.
Did Tyler just say he has 5 wieners?
Thanks so much for listening. Got heavy at points, but we brought it back to fun. We'll see you next week.
I love how you just walked right past the whole Tyler has 5 wieners thing.
I mean, what else am I supposed to say to that?
You could
put yourself in my shoes.
You could have cut the show right there. That's where I would cut it. Tyler's got 5 wieners. Off panel, off topic with Jake and Tyler.